Today we're going to be talking about the 5 stages of a stock market bubble and how to trade all 5 of those stages. So hey everyone, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell on the YouTube to get notified as soon as we drop a new video. We've done a ton of stuff here, including live. If you ring that bell and subscribe, you'll be notified as soon as we go live. So let's talk about those 5 stages of a stock market bubble. And what's great about the stocks we trade in small cap land, medium cap, and momentum large cap stocks is there's always a bubble. You know, a lot of people, when they think of bubbles, they think of like some 20-year cycle where, you know, you go back to like the 1987 crash and then you go all the way to 2007, 2008. Nah, I mean, there was no, sure, overall markets, there was a 20-year period, but when we're talking momentum stocks, there's always either a building bubble or a popping bubble. I mean, you see it kind of right now with the FTX scenario and all of the crypto stuff. I mean, crypto was already kind of in crypto winter, but now FTX happens and SBF, and now it's just over. You know, that bubble is over. Now, I'm no basher of crypto, especially Bitcoin and Ethereum, long-term believer. But when it comes to like momentum, big moves in the trades, it's over. It's ruined because people always ruin everything, unfortunately. Mainly USBF, Bernie Madoff, all these sketchy people. But anyway, there's always a bubble, whether it be electric vehicle stocks or weed stocks or low float stocks like we're in the middle of right now. About a month ago, true penny stocks. If you were trading back in late summer 2022, you know every single day it was all these 1 cent, 10 cent, 12 cent stocks. Nobody cared about any of the mid-priced ones. We had COSM. COSM went from 8 cents to $1 in the matter of 2 weeks. Then they did a reverse split. Reverse split goes from $4 to like $15 or $20 in the matter of a couple days. So that reverse split bubble is also happening. So that being said, there's always a bubble. There's always a building bubble. We see it with low floats right now. So let's talk about the cycle and how it works. We start that cycle with the area of consolidation. And you know, if you've been on a lot of the pre-market prep, the live videos, I always do the hand gestures. I always do that kind of bracketing area. And that's where we're in that area of indecision, where stocks in that sector, you know, they spike up a little bit, they pull back, they spike up a little bit, pull back, but they're basically building a range. And typically that's around those whole dollar, half dollars, as well as 52-week breakouts and previous days areas of technical support and resistance. So consolidation is very technical driven, but we love to see that base. Then the next level is when the news starts to hit. You know, one of my favorite hot sectors of all time has been electric vehicles. It's been a repeat hot sector about 3 different times over the last few years. And actually in 2023, I expect it to be one of the biggest hot sectors as well. So what you'll see on your scans every day, all of a sudden you look and there's like, you know, if there's 15 big gainers, 5 or 6 of them are in that sector. Again, let's use EVs as an example. So now you get that euphoria and the break out of the upper end of that range. Now we look for volume confirmation, which we use VPA, volume price analysis, to gauge whether or not this is a real breakout versus a fake breakout. And we also love to see the big name, big mover, that head of the snake, as we call it. One of the reasons EVs always run so much is because of Tesla. When Tesla's moving, everybody piles into these small cap electric vehicle plays. So you start seeing Tesla moving a couple percent a day, which we're like, hey, whatever, couple percent. That'll move the small cap ones 20, 30, 40, 50%. So now we start seeing them start to go vertical. Those are the areas where we day trade them around the key levels, previous day's close, previous day's highs, bounces off of VWAP, that first green candle. All of these patterns I talk about every single day in StocksToTrade Advisory. But we trade them off of those key levels, but we have realistic, small expectations. You know, maybe we're trading with 2-to-1 or at best 3-to-1 risk to reward. The next phase is the euphoria phase, okay? And it may sound funny, but the best way to detect this is when your friends, your neighbors, your buddies from college or high school start asking about these stocks. I call them civilians, okay? And you know, when I say that, it's people that are outside of us that are in the trenches every day trading every day. So you know you're entering the euphoria stage when your uncle's like, hey, what do you think about this 10-cent electric vehicle stock? That's it's not a red flag, it's actually a green flag. So what that tells you is now you can even get more aggressive because we're heading into that vertical phase, okay? Now, doesn't mean you break your stop, doesn't mean you become a bag holder, but you can start looking to be more aggressive even overnight, because civilians love to trade overnight. They want to hold stocks overnight. They don't, most of them are under the PDT, so we can really capitalize on those multi-day moves into that euphoria phase. Now, then what we're looking for is our blow-off top, okay? The blow-off top is easy to spot if you're familiar with chart patterns. The best way to look at that is that hot sector that's broke out of that range, and you have gradually increasing size of daily candles, okay? So like say the first day, 5 days ago, you had a 50-cent daily range, and then you get a 75-cent daily range on those candles, the body of the candles. I don't look at the wicks. We're looking at the bodies for the open and the close. Then you get a $1 candle. Then you get a $2 candle. Then you get that blow off top, and it's this stock that's gone from $1 to $8, and now all of a sudden you get an $8 candle, okay? It goes from 8 to 16. You're at max euphoria at that point. It's the biggest candle of the move. You know everybody's going to be taking profits. That's when you don't take overnight, and then you typically don't trade these stocks anymore on the long side, because that's the blow off top. Now, if you're a long bias trader, like most of you are, those are the only three parts of the cycle you care about. The area of consolidation, the break of that consolidation, which is the boom area, then we look for the blow off top and sell into that. Now, if you're short bias, you're looking for that same indicator, and this is what's great. You want to remember, as a long trader, you want to be buying when everybody is buying. As a short bias trader, you want to be selling when everybody's selling. Because remember, as a short bias trader, you're selling to enter the position. You sell and then buy to cover. Okay, so if everybody's selling after the blow off top, you want to join that waterfall to the downside. So from the long side, you avoid the profit taking phase, the despair phase. From the short side, that's where you hammer it. That's that backside area that we talk about. Then you're looking to cover into the true panic, which what's great about these momentum stocks is they all give back the move, okay? And that's might be one of the biggest tips. If you keep getting turned into a bag holder, if you overstay, they all give it back. Remember, the number one product of every single penny stock, every single low float stock, their product is selling stock. Once the blow off top happens, once the backside comes in, they're probably gonna dilute, they're gonna panic everybody out, and the only people that stay in the stock are the bag holders. Don't be a bag holder. Trade that backside on the short side, cover into the washout panic, and then look for the next cycle. Okay, it repeats and it repeats and it repeats. Those are the 5 stages of every single stock market bubble. And again, what's great about these low price stocks, there's always a bubble, and we can capitalize on that. Long, short, maybe both. If you're an intermediate or advanced trader, you can trade both sides. All right, everyone. That being said, I know I talk really fast, I go really fast in these YouTube videos, but something we're doing right now at StocksToTrade is called StocksToTrade Live. We're doing up to 4 live webinars every single day, early in the morning, midday, late afternoon, as well as in the evenings. My buddy Matt Monaco has been doing a lot of these 9 p.m. webinars. Now, what's great about these, they're 100% live and they're 100% free. So you can just join the one that works for you. Click that StocksToTrade Live link below, join them. Also, when you go to that link, there's a link to join our Telegram. Get Telegram, join that. We're sending out free trade alerts, chart. We also notify you when the webinars start. So check out StocksToTrade Live. Biggest reason, it's free 4 times a day, and I think the coolest thing, nights and weekends, okay? So I do what's called the Weekend Warrior Workshop, midday on Saturday, so live too, okay? So you can jump on that webinar. We go over the process for Monday morning. We go over how we review our journal, how we review our trade logs, and then we also do a Sunday night market prep. All 100% free. Check it out. Would love to see you on those webinars.